yang menyerang balas penunjuk-penunjuk untuk mempertahankan diri. I'm looking at utopia, question utopia, Mr. G, utopia. Elias ditangkap di Belasar oleh seseorang kaki tangan polis Iroquois yang walaupun berpakaian seragam adalah di luar tugasan pada masa itu. Elias seterusnya ditahan di balai polis selama 2 bulan tanpa dibenar menghubungi sesiapa. Okay. Untuk dibawa ke mahkamah. Nasihatkan utopia. Hi, Ms. Jenny. I'm looking at utopia. The question of utopia. This question of utopia got a structure of everything, you know. But mainly you have to identify. But I will given some answer structure there. But I believe this structure alone will not be very like, so this structure alone will not be so much there lah. I'm Sammy. So you all have to look into that case utopia now. Try to figure out whether you all can add into the utopia. Boleh tak? Cuba lihat dulu. Tertunggu lagi beberapa orang kena masuk. See the utopia. Sekejap Baca dulu utopia. Search for that. Analyze whether you all can put more important cases or not. Look into it. Okay, any idea to restructure? If you look into the kejadian, ada isu berkaitan dengan diplomatic. Is it there is any issue on the diplomatic? You're right. Can I say diplomatic relationship here is important? Which law says diplomatic is considered to be very important to the world? The diplomatic. Any idea? Any idea? Diplomatik sangat-sangat penting di dunia, disebutkan dalam mana? Atau prinsip apa digunakan untuk kata diplomatik ialah sesuatu yang sangat penting? Which one? Because dia ada konflik kan dekat sini. You see, there is a conflict on this type of question. Why there is a conflict on this type of question? It's still, you all understood right? That day I put the question, ada kan? Mr. Max also come with the idea of diplomatic, I come with the state responsibility, right? True or not? You see, it's a mixed answer. Can we put a mixed mood there? Korang faham tak? Apa cikgu cuba nak bagi tahu sini? Can I say it is not only issue related to state responsibility, but there also ada isu-isu berkaitan dengan diplomat dan sebagainya. Adakah ini dia lebih kepada diplomatic atau dia lebih kepada state responsibility?
I think diplomatic.
Okay, it's fully diplomatic ah.
No, I wouldn't say that, but maybe introduction kita boleh cakap macam state responsibility a bit. And then we baru masuk di apa yang tadi tu I cakap now I forgot.
Diplomatic.
Diplomatic, yeah.
Okay. Well, I got the idea, but here got beberapa keadaan, you know. It says that beberapa penunjuk perasaan mula menyerang orang-orang disyaki. How you all look into that? Beberapa penunjuk perasaan mula menyerang dekat sana. Ada kan? Ada lagi keadaan-keadaan yang berlainan kan dalam satu ucapan. Hi Sri. So how are we going to look into it? Because you see, that's very important. Because solar utopia itu, I'm just looking at the solar utopia. When you're looking into the solar utopia ni, dia macam banyak campuran. And the structure of the question yang mereka buat ni selalunya sama saja. Dia tak lari. We already can read their question already, how they're structuring their question. On the jurisdiction, the only one thing they always structure will be what? What is jurisdiction structure punya issue? Apa tu dia selalu guna apa? Kalau jurisdiction dia selalu guna apa? Kalau jurisdiction dia selalu guna apa? Lotus. Betul tak? Kalau jurisdiction selalu guna Lotus, betul kan? LOTUS, Lotus case. Okay, ada dalam dua ujian. What is the ujian for Lotus case? So soalan dia lebih kepada apa? Soalan dia ada laut, soalan dia ada kapal negara A, langgar kapal negara B, tangkap the captain, lepas tu diorang mungkin bawa dia ke negara A. Dalam soalan ini, isunya kemungkinan mereka akan tanya adakah adanya kedudukan jurisdiction bagi A dan apa B boleh buat. When A claim for jurisdiction, what B can do? When A claim for jurisdiction, what B can do?
Extradisi.
Ekstradasi ataupun extradition, right? What's the meaning of extradition di sini? Apa maksud ekstradasi?
Menyerahkan satu orang salah tu kepada negara yang minta. Macam.
Okay, correct. So, membawa semula orang-orang itu ke negara yang mereka rasa dia adalah rakyat saja. Macam contohnya macam drugs case yang selalu berlaku involving Malaysian di Singapore ataupun Australia. Dulu Australian famous to bring drugs all over the world. They normally come into our Malaysia. Dulu kerja-kerja tu dibuat oleh white men sendiri. They will do those days lah. But now they're using all ASEANs. ASEANs are being a big human trafficking for the drugs. Human trafficking for the drugs in sense of they carrying drugs lah. It means they maybe don't know, but they are just carrying it lah. How to put human trafficking carrying drugs? Two different things, right? So drugs lah, involving in the drugs. They are more like underworld lah and all that. But what I'm trying to say here lah, satu dengan satu takkan lari. Ini yang kita rasa masa kita buat pada March itu, kita hanya lebih fokuskan kepada satu topik saja. So ada yang mana saya nampak sekarang, soalan-soalan dia ada mixed mood. Mixed mood ialah satu lagi cabang boleh datang dalam isu berkaitan dengan perkara tersebut. Terutamanya isu berkaitan dengan utopia ini. Kalau utopia menyokong kepada gerakan pembaruan politik di Erokon, beberapa ahli ultra patriotik sayap pelampau berhaluan kanan komponen parti campuran menuju Erkohon menggesa rakyatku menunjukkan patriotisme kepada negara, menyuarakan bantahan kemarahan kepada utopia. So menduda berlakunya satu tunjuk perasaan di depan utopia. So ada pembantahan berlaku di kedutaan utopia. So kedutaan utopia ini kecoh sampai kerajaan Erokon menghantar 300 kaki tangan untuk menjaga kedutaan itu. Mengapa yang ini datang? Why this issue of 300 kaki tangan polis untuk menjaga kedutaan itu? What does that means? What normally make a state to become part of the state conflict? Act and omission. True or not? If the act was done properly, that means they will not fall under the one important act. What is the act? Apa akta itu? Akta, the act. What is the name of the act? The draft state responsibility, right? Correct or not? When we are talking about the state's draft responsibility, which article precisely talk on the state responsibility?
Article 1.
Excellent. Article 1 to us to what? Keep what?
ganti rugi, mesti responsible.
That one is article what? Article 36, right?
Artikel. Wrongful act must have satu negara must have yang melakukan tindakan salah dan mesti bertanggungjawab rasa. Is it?
Correct. So that one bertanggungjawab tu dia ada beberapa artikel. Kalau kita baca daripada artikel pertama, dia ada perkataan peace tu. Ada tak? See that first article? Say so. Correct ah what I'm saying. Pasal di artikel ni anda tak boleh bawa nak masuk. Anda kena ingat. That's a problem now. They don't give you to bring in. See? Article 1 state the basic principle underlying the article as a whole. It state or it is breach of international law by state entails its international responsibility. Wrongful act as a state may consist in one or more actions or omissions. See the word? Action or omissions or combinations of both. Whether there has been an international wrongful act depend. So ini semua dia ada bagi tahu berkaitan dengan state responsibility. Can we copy this entire thing ah? Masukkanlah jawapan kita. Can, right? Why? Because act and omission kalau tak ada, bermaksud dia ada act dekat sana, bermaksud dia tak membuat peninggalan kan? Can give few cases for the state responsibility.
Rainbow arbitration.
Okay, excellent.
Chargeful case for omission.
Okay.
Robert claims, Neil claims, Jones.
That's very good. Excellent. And also we got the very substantive or very important case will be the Tehran case, right? So,
Yeah, so Tehran case is that one actually I will keep for the pemberontakan lah, like rusuhan, this one I memang akan guna that one.
Tapi dekat sana ada pemberontakan tak? Tengok nama begitu kumpulan penunjuk perasaan yang besar telah berjaya memecah tingkap-tingkap kaca dan membaling cat terhadap tembok. Dia ada baling apa?
Ya.
Dia orang ada buat kekecohan lah. Lepas tu baru Johan tu memandu kereta duta Utopia yang telah dipinjam dan telah meminjam kereta tersebut untuk pulang ke rumah. So rusuhan sudah berlaku. Adakah kita boleh kata kerajaan Irokon itu adalah bertanggungjawab terhadap pemberontakan dibuat oleh orang-orang biasa ini terhadap kedutaan atau embassy, consular negara Utopia itu? Cannot.
General rule no lah sir, tapi then if you acknowledge the act of the group and you ambil tindakan tu seolah-olah tindakan you, then the state should be responsible. I think that one can be supported by Article 11.
Excellent. Andai. What is the compensation? Where does the compensation need to pay? Which article?
The compensation.
Because when we talk about state responsibility, Article 36 is the vital one, right? Paling penting ialah Article 36. Why Article 36? Reparation tu berlaku dekat mana? Pergi kepada Article 36. Got Article 36. Artikel 36. Ni anda tak boleh bawa, anda kena ingat ni semua. Betul tak? Artikel 36 kan? Compensation.
Untuk reparation kan sir?
Ya.
31 sir.
31 reparation, 36
Yeah.
compensation, right? The state
36
responsible.
obligation to compensation.
The state responsible for internationally wrongful act is under an obligation to compensate the damage caused thereby insofar as such damage is not made by restitution. The compensation shall cover any financially accessible damage including loss of profit insofar as it is established.
So actually we use Artikel 31 atau 36 sir in
So what?
answering.
Reparations more to also what? Reparation. See the reparation. Identify the reparation there. That is 31 says what?
31 said the responsible state is under an obligation to make full reparation for the injury caused by the International Wrongful Act by the
So
state.
it's more to what? More to injury, right? Is it more to injury?
Injury.
For the injury cost. So that's why we got the reparations case against, the one case, reparation case, United Nation punya. Adakah United Nation adalah seorang ahli yang boleh menuntut untuk kecederaan ataupun kematian yang berlaku ke atas orang agent United Nation? So the PCIJ have given a decision saying that United Nations subject to it, right? Can be claimed, right? So that idea is okay. But now my idea is simple. If you go Article 1, you have to go Article 36.
Okay.
So you go Article 1, you have to go to Article 36. Why? 36 here is compensation on the consul for the diplomat. So let's say you're talking on Article 31, you can go on reparation on the injury. Actually, that's the idea. So we have to put this idea because we need to come to a conclusion. What does a country ataupun adakah sebuah negara yang boleh claim kepada isu berkaitan dengan claim-claim ini? It's very, very important. Kalau claim-claim ini mereka tak dapat nak tuntut, then it is not just to say it's state responsibility lah, because saya rasa yang ni akan keluar dengan banyak tahun ini, because state responsibility is very important topic for this era. Is it other country in the world also making a lot of damages to another people? Is it anything to do with the building on the draft articles? You can see. Is it anything very specific to the building? Cause damages to the hospitals, building, any special damages circumstances with the legal jargons? Tak ada, building. Tak ada. So dia akan masuk dalam compensation sajalah. Dia akan masuk dalam 36 sajalah. Pasal dia, saya nak tengok juga ada tak isu-isu berkaitan dengan pengeboman yang menghancurkan tempat-tempat civilian. Ada. Compensation property duly taken for public purpose. Got under the example, dia bagi example under the preamble. So it's go under the preamble. So you can use the word lah, responsibility of the states for the international law, international act, wrongful act, general commentary. On the general commentary, there's an example given for property duly taken for public purposes. So there are things also to be compensated on the injurious consequence of conduct which is not prohibited and may even expressly permitted by international law. Example, compensation for property duly taken for public purpose. So something to do with the building lah. So semua isu-isu ni mungkin akan banyak berkait dengan mana? Berkaitan dengan konsular ataupun bangunan diplomat. Disebabkan tu dia ada campuran lah state responsibility tersebut. Okay, I think you all understand this part, right? It's not so difficult. But how does we going to say the state is responsible when they send 200 people, police there? 300 kaki tangan polis menjaga kudutaan. Is it a huge number of police there to take care the consulate ataupun dia punya tempat? How could we say that it's possible for them to do an omission untuk mengenakan tindakan terhadap Aerocon? Any case law? Anything that we can say? Still, it is not enough. 300 kaki tangan polis. Ada idea? So, pertama dia kata kekebalan diplomatik berdasarkan dua kejadian. Dia buka seperti ini. Tindakan petunjuk perasaan memecahkan tingkap-tingkap kaca-kaca membaling cat terhadap tembok-tembok kedutaan Ethiopia. Dua ajuan pemandu kereta duta Ethiopia mencederakan seorang penunjuk perasaan. Okay, so now the idea ialah adakah kita boleh buat satu perkara penting? First, Isu dia kata, apakah hak dan tanggungjawab Ethiopia bagi kejadian-kejadian berikut? Elias yang diserang oleh penunjuk perasaan dan dia telah menyerang balas mempertahankan diri. Elias dibelasah oleh pihak Aerocon. Elias ditahan di balai selama 2 bulan. Okay. So why di sini ada Elias? Maksudnya ada tambahan lah dekat sini bawah dia. Ada Aerocan berpakaian Elias ditangkap, dibelasah. Lepas tu adalah Elias ditahan 2 bulan dan sebagainya. Ini semua ialah hak asasi dia di bawah domestic law itself. Correct or not? So bagi isu kekebalan diplomat, Ethiopia menyiasatkan kejadian adalah berkenaan kekebalan permis. Okay, see the Elias, siapa dia? Salah seorang mangsa ialah Ethiopia. Elias ditangkap, dibelasah kaki tangan polis. So this one dia akan dikenakan tindakan lah kerana memang adanya isu berkaitan dengan kaki tangan polis, right? Agent polis adalah siapa? They are the state's agent lah. So this one correct. This one they going to kena. True or not? But the other one is related to the 300 police yang mereka mengawal isu berkaitan dengan kedutaan. Adakah perkara itu mereka juga boleh kena? Okay, when we see isu kekebalan diplomatik, Ethiopia nasihatkan adalah berkenaan kekebalan permis dan berkenaan dengan kekebalan diplomat. So bagi kekebalan permis artikel 22. But adakah kita boleh terus pergi kepada artikel 22? What other things that we can look into? Besides we go to article 22, what other things that we can look into? Yeah, very sure they are on article 22, but what other principle that we can bring into the idea of kekebalan dan sebagainya? Ada apa dia? Is it we can bring the jus cogent? Prinsip jus cogent? What is the prinsip jus cogent here related to what? Prinsip pengamalan undang-undang berkaitan dengan amalan diplomat di dunia yang diterima yang dianggap sebagai sekarang adalah satu undang-undang jus cogent. Jus cogent ialah satu bentuk customary law diterima oleh kebanyakan negara. Is it that one can be also put here whereby got any treaty or no treaty, if you have received a diplomat punya people there, the consulate or the building or their car, their maid, whoever they inside that said consulate, who are the responsible state to protect them, they will be the receiving state. So who is the receiving state in this case now? Is it Ethiopia or this Iroquois? Who is that? Siapa telah menjadi receiving state di sini? Who's that person? The Iroquois, right? Because they have kedutaan Ethiopia, correct or not? So Iroquois has a receiving state. This is kedutaan Ethiopia only. Faham tak? So bila dalam keadaan artikel 22, adakah permis kedutaan masih lagi kebal ataupun tidak? What's the answer? Permis kedutaan adalah kebal. Tapi doesn't mean that if kebal also you can do anything lah. That's why they put the hostage case, right? The Iran case, true or not? The Iran case related to the Tehran. Tehran case is more to what? Who is actually make the mob? Siapa yang menyebabkan kepada adanya rusuhan-rusuhan sehingga adanya mob, adanya isu-isu kekecauan di sana, di Tehran, the Iran, yang sampai embassy siapa? Dikawal. Embassy US dikawal. Adakah daripada persoalan ini embassy US berjaya mendapatkan pampasan? Ili they managed to get the compensation from the Iran government? Yes or not? What's the answer?
Yes.
Yes. Now the question is, why they always have the conflict in a country yang mana anda boleh nampak bahawa if you have a kedutaan sampai ada orang datang masuk dan menyebabkan kepada kerugian dan sebagainya, anda menuntut kepada isu berkaitan dengan pampasan dan sebagainya. Lepas tu ada isu berkaitan yang boleh juga ada isu konsulat dan sebagainya. Adakah semua ini membawa kepada persoalan yang boleh dituntut hanya berdasarkan kepada satu bentuk pampasan ataupun mereka juga ada perkara-perkara lain yang mereka boleh tuntut? They got other thing. What other issue or what other thing that they can ask beside compensation? Is it got any other thing? Beside compensation, beside any reparation, beside a lot of issues, got anything they could also do? Ada isu-isu berkaitan dengan penyelesaian pertikaian secara aman kan, ataupun the arbitration, all that, right? Itu pun ada kan? Okay, that one put aside first. Tetapi adakah ada isu yang dia boleh dikenakan di bawah artikel 1 ILC draft on the state responsibility? What will be the answer? Must again have to look into the state what the article 1 said, that is international wrongful act of a state entail the international responsibility of the state. So anda ada Chazo factory case. Tapi ini tak berapa juga banyak kerana dia ada satu isu yang kekurangan di sini. Apa isu-isu kekurangan dia? Bila
So when we answer this one, we should talk also about the article 2, right?
you can bring in all articles in, but must be relevant lah.
Because the element must be first, we must be able to establish the element. Is it?
Yeah, you have to establish the element. What is the element? Tell me. Andai kan?
Executed by the state and the breach, the second element, breach of the obligation, international obligation.
So we have the ujian, right? What ujian is it? Ada ujian objektif, ujian subjektif kan? Ada kan? Correct kah? Betul ke tidak? Ada juga ujian dekat sana kan? Tengok nota cikgu.
Yeah, objectives, subjectives. Objectives is like something like macam strict liability punya kan. So it's like
Is it meant to be what? Ujian objektif, ujian subjektif tu. What is it? Adakah itu adalah act of the state? Objektif? Where is that things here? Anda tengok, cikgu dah hantar kan dekat anda kan, state responsibility tu kan, betul tak? Ada ke cikgu dah hantar? Cikgu sedang cari ni. I already put the thing into you all lah. Cikgu nampak kekebalan saja. Dia ada ujian-ujian dia yang anda kena satisfied. That ujian lah yang akan menunjukkan apa? Akan menunjukkan ada isu berkaitan dengan state responsibility. Betul tak? Correct or not? Cikgu sedang cari nota. Cikgu dah masukkan ke tidak? Tengok. Sri, check. Got ah? Territory, preskripsi. Dia ada act dengan dia ada omission kan. Lepas tu wrongful act, breach dia. Tapi cikgu sedang cari mana nota. Tak ada? Cikgu tak masukkan lagi ya?
tak nampak so. Macam tak ada.
Dia lah. Mana lah? Kena ada apa? Where is that lah? Diorang tak dapat lagi nota tu. That's why you all tak nampak. Correct lah? I can't find, but maybe I missed it dah. Ya ke? Macam mana orang boleh miss? Ni ada ni. Tapi dia macam not so complete lah. Cikgu masukkan. Cikgu nak masukkan balik lah. Orang kena tengok. Okay, dia macam nota ni tak berapa this one, but dia okay lah, complete lah. Tapi dia conteng-conteng. Apa? Daripada tak ada kita masukkan. Patutlah orang tak nampak apa yang sedang bincangkan. Orang lebih kepada diplomat. Actually, you have to go into the state responsibility. Open this one, tanggungjawab negara. I just send. Let me teach how to connect that part. Dekat mana? Patutlah orang diam saja. Dia saya kata cikgu conteng-conteng, ini cikgu punya nota. Tengok dekat sana. The first one, pergi kepada isu berkaitan dengan obligasi, lepas obligasi tu pergi kepada mana yang ada objective test, subjective test tu. See, case-case yang menyokong teori objektif, nampak tak? You all can see or not? Case-case yang menyokong teori objektif. Ada kan? Ada objektif dekat sana. You all can see or not? Ada tak? Ada not? Ada kan? Yang ada
Page 6 yang 6 tu.
yang mana ada kata carry claim tu, yang isu dia berkaitan dengan memeras ugut atau mendapatkan wang, membawanya ke web tentera dan membunuhnya. Apakah tanggungjawab negara? Diambil oleh askar lah, bertindak tanpa arahan. So, mahkamah teori objektif merupakan tanggungjawab negara terhadap perbuatan pegawai atau organ negara yang mempunyai tanggungjawab untuk semua perbuatan yang dilakukan oleh pegawai. So this is like kita punya team kata adanya agent, right? True or not? So this is the agent or the police lah. Then you all can see the near claim case. It says what? Dalam kes near claim ni, seorang superintendent Amerika telah ditembak di sebuah lombong di Mexico. So sama juga isu berkaitan dengan ni. Robert claim yang Sri kata tadi, dalam kes Robert claim tu Mexican US ditahan menurut undang-undang tempatan jenayah Mexico, namun layanan diberi adalah tak baik. So what is case-case subjektif? So first one is the agent one, second one adalah case-case menyokong teori subjektif, di mana di antara UK dan US, kerajaan UK telah mengenakan suatu cukai pada semua penduduk. This one adalah hard put tax lah, iaitu satu cukai untuk kediaman dan sebagainya. So dia kata apa? Adakah kerajaan bertanggungjawab untuk tindakan penduduk asli tersebut? Mahkamah, ia merupakan prinsip dalam undang-undang antarabangsa. Tiada sebuah negara boleh dipertanggungjawabkan tindakan pemberontak. So they are going on the aspect of the other party related to the pemberontak. Teori-teori berkaitan dengan pemberontak. So how are we going to differentiate this objective and subjective test? How are we going to test the one? How are we going to differentiate? So objective test, like you all said just now, is more to the state agent, right? Correct or not? Subjective test is circumstances, overall circumstances. Okay? Let me put here how to identify it. Wait, cikgu nak cari sedikit material. Objective test for state responsibility and subjective test for state responsibility. Adakah apa-apa yang diorang bagi tahu? Okay, but this one, normally when they say it's objective and subjective, I think you all know, right? Objective means it's more to what are the things that can be done lah. Mostly it's more to precisely the state lah. That means not other circumstances. True or not? Try to identify this. Look into this. Objective and subjective. How are we going to differentiate? Subjective is more wide, Subjective is more wide compared to the objective. True or not? True, right? You all got it dah? Boleh nampak tak? Saya kena nampak dengan jelas lah. Tapi dia lebih kepada Case law saja. Anyone want to talk about this objective and subjective test dekat sini? Anyone? How does we want to enter Elia with the objective and subjective? Any idea? Anyone? As far as I can see, the objective is more to the agent. The subjective are more to very wide lah. That means dia ada macam satu yang lebih besar lah. That's a subjective test. Iaitu antara pihak penduduk ataupun di antara dengan pihak lain lah. Bukan melibatkan agent saja. Tapi dekat bawah tu dia ada 3 jenis tanggungjawab negara. Dia bagi tahu berkaitan dengan individu, berkaitan dengan perusahaan. Lepas tu dia juga ada pegawai-pegawai kerajaan yang melakukan perbuatan-perbuatan di bawah tindakan-tindakan ini. Siapa dia punya pegawai kerajaan yang melakukan perbuatan yang salah akan juga mungkin mengenakan tindakan terhadap state. Okey, di bawah artikel 7 dia kata tindakan sebuah organ kerajaan atau organ entiti diberi kuasa menjalankan kuasa kerajaan adalah diambil kira sebagai tindakan negara tersebut. Di mana kita nampak kepada beberapa kes yang Yoman kes tu sangat penting. Yang tadi kita lihat kepada dia lebih kepada macam objektif kan. Khairi claim, Zafiro dan sebagainya. So dia bukan hanya berkaitan dengan pendapat 2 kes law yang selalu kita guna. 2 kes law yang selalu kita guna ialah kes Tehran dengan kes Libyan tersebut kan. Anda pergi kepada yang bawah itu, go to the English version. Everyone, go to the English version. State, chapter 11, state responsibility, go there. It say that subjective test, subjective theory, it says that denies the state responsibility arise even if there is a conduct or violation in the international obligation unless the state is somewhere subjectively to blame. Objective is more to strict liability. Once is established a certain act, omission or breach of state obligation under international law, the state is liable simply virtue of the act, omission which had been committed. This one very clear. Yes, got it. Come on, can do it. Check this one. PIL. Okay. Cepat now. Subjective and objective. You all can see or not? Subjective is what? Objective is what? Can see? Subjective theory is what? Denies that the state's responsibility arises even if there is a conduct in violation of international law, unless for state is some way subjectively to be blamed, right? Objective is what? Once established, it will be automatically attributable lah. That's the word they always use, attributable. Why the word is attributable? What is the meaning of attributable? He subjected for the violation of the international law. That is attributable, right? True or not? So we got 2 theories, subjective theory, objective theory. Objective theory, you kena. Subjective theory, you are trying to deny. You maybe can or maybe not. That is a subjective theory. But all that is okay, betul juga, boleh juga digunakan. Semua itu harus dilihat kepada article 1, article 2, and got article, if not mistaken, article 9, artikel 13 semua. Dia ada banyak artikel yang boleh kita kaitkan kepada, masih lagi kepada 3 orang tu. What is the 3 party there? The organ, the mob, and also the individual. Betul tak? Ada ramai orang yang kita boleh kaitkan dalam kedudukan ini. So bila kita berjaya kaitkan semua orang ini, dia akan menjadikan dia adanya satu bentuk tanggungjawab negara. Yang mana dia boleh tuntut di bawah mana? Dia boleh tuntut di bawah mana? Dia boleh tuntut di bawah artikel 30 berapa? 30 36 or 34. Which article is that? Compensation. Artikel 30 30. What is the article for compensation? 34 atau 36? Pandai. So when we look into that, dia bukan senang tau. Dia bukan hanya anda boleh just talk about state responsibility then you give the answer. Many people are doing that. They say, state, I can use the Libyan one, the Libyan case. You all remember the Libyan case? So you know, right? The Libyan case.
The constable woman.
The constable being hit by that seat bullet, right? From that seat constable. That one, people are more think on the two cases only. What they trying to use is the Libyan, and also they want to use what? They want to use the case law of Tehran. But it's not that, You have to go under the state responsibility to show that it is a wrongful act been done by the state. By looking into what? By looking into the subjective or objective theory, you have to put all the cases. You have to go into most of the articles. You need to put many articles. Such articles will be Article 1, Article 2 and all that. You must put to show that you are very good at the article. See the Article 13 or Article 19. Look into the article. Cikgu ada buat sedikit pembacaan tadi. Cikgu ada discuss beberapa soalan dengan beberapa orang pun. Artikel 13, Artikel 19. Ni kena ada jawapan yang pack lah. Ni tak boleh ada jawapan biasa lah. Dengan dua kes, yang ramai akan buat dua kes saja. Dua kes, dia tutup dengan dua kes tu tak boleh lah. That one. You need to do a lot of cases lah. You need to put a lot of things and you have to conclude. See, 13 says what? Lebih-lebih lagi, ni artikel ni tak boleh bawa masuk tau. Lagi pening kepala. Saya pun dah tahu, diorang nak bagi kita apa artikel yang boleh dibawa. Even charter pun tak boleh. Apa pun tak boleh. Nak ingat semua draft ni. I think it is need to be Article 9C, conduct carried out in the absence or default of official authority. The conduct of a person or group of persons shall be considered as an act as a state under international if the person or group of person in fact in exercising elements of the governmental authority absent or default of the official. This is the one they in the fact of the question they already done it. 300 orang dibawa dekat sana. So they won't kena on this. As long they got omission, then they will kena for the consulate one. Article 10, conduct of insurrectional or other movement which become a new government. This is the one lah, the like kerajaan yang tak stabil punya kan, and jadi government. That one okay. Then we got article what? Article 11, conduct acknowledged adopted by state as its own. Conduct which is not attributable to a state under the preceding articles shall nevertheless be considered an act of the state under international law if and to the extent the state acknowledge and adopt to the conduct in question as its own. In Article 11. So state can also be subjected to own violation of international law if they acknowledge the conduct being taken by them lah, as who they are lah, as authority. So what is the weakness here lah? When state responsibility, we only would like to talk few cases. That would be the Tehran and Libyan cases, and we forget there is a test for the state responsibility. We can talk on diplomatic, but diplomatic there's no much test. Tak ada banyak test, dia hanya ada banyak artikel saja. Dia ada banyak artikel related to the Vienna Convention dan sebagainya. Tapi untuk state responsibility, dia ada objektif dan subjektif, dia ada elemen. Breach of the state's responsibility lah. Then the first one is the act or mission of the state itself. Itu and have to see on the objective or subjective then have to go all the cases, then go into Libya, then go into Tehran, then you have to do a conclusion. Earlier on the preamble, like how Miss Kate say, preamble, we can put all the issue related to the diplomatics, whether the Article 22, whatever article subjected to the case law question, bolehlah dibawa masuk. Article 22 Vienna Convention yang permis kedutaan semua tu, anda boleh bawa masuk. Kerana dia ada isu berkaitan dengan membawa kereta lah, lepas tu dia ada buat penahanan lah dan sebagainya. So ada jawapan di sini, tapi jawapan ini tak cukup untuk kita jawab berpandukan kepada exact answer yang dia nak. Kita punya siapa? Kita punya profesor. Takkan cukup punya. She want more. So jurisdiction saya rasa anda boleh buat. Territorial saya rasa anda boleh buat. So saya kena tuliskan yang jawapan ni lebih detail untuk kita buat state responsibility. Saya akan buatkan tu. When I complete the state responsibility punya jawapan, saya akan masukkan. Dan saya akan buat satu lagi isu berkaitan dengan ICJ punya. Saya rasa ICJ kemungkinan juga mungkin boleh keluar. That's why I give another answer. Penyelesaian pertikaian untuk isu berkaitan dengan ICJ itu. Sama ada mahkamah punya bidang kuasa untuk mendengar kes dan bergantung kepada yang soalan kedua. Fahamkan anda ada beberapa soalan targeted yang mungkin saya rasa tahun ni sure akan keluar. ICJ saya rasa akan keluar, territorial, jurisdiction, peaceful settlement, on the issue related to the state responsibility, ini semua akan keluar. Cikgu kena buat yang peaceful settlement untuk ICJ ni. I'll try to do that and come back to you all. Ada banyak lah, yang banyak kita kena buat. We have to do the answer. How many have you done answer? So far, I received few answer script. I'm reading your answer script. The last time we all did the answer script, I think that all fantastic. But now also you all need a lot of input on the international law punya answers. Your answer script have to be very, very strong now because it's final. You don't have anything to bring into the exam hall unless one thing, your knowledge. So knowledge tu sekarang anda kena asah dia every day. You have to look into it. Is it you all good at your Article 38? How about the issue related to the treaty and also adoptions of the said international law in the domestic law, transformation, incorporation? How about the Montevideo Convention? How you look into subject of international law, reparation case? How you look into the territorial? Territorial got two items. Satu ialah territorial punya yang isu berkaitan occupation, annexation, pemberian and all that. Okay? But ada lagi satu, self-determination. And after see that, anda akan pergi kepada jurisdiction on the lotus. Dan anda akan pergi kepada isu berkaitan dengan yang kita sedang buat sekarang, iaitu berkaitan dengan state responsibility. Tapi dia ada juga gabungan dengan diplomatic. So dia ada banyak. A lot. Not one, two. You got a lot. You have to look into it also. So cikgu sedang usahakan beberapa skrip. Tadi yang cikgu bagi tu, cikgu bagi yang this one yang cikgu ada. Cikgu sedang usahakan beberapa skrip yang cikgu nak buat secepat mungkin. You have to give me a bit of time restructuring. Pasal nak buat restructure untuk international not easy. So I tengah buat restructuring it. So I will give it to you all. And this is bahasa Melayu one. Gunakan bahasa Melayu punya, letakkan bersama nota yang ada tadi, combinekan, find the issue first. Apa-apa isu ada, tuliskan dulu dalam highlight isu apa, law apa, application apa, conclusion apa. Do that one first. Get that things go. Like apa yang anda buat pada March, you have to do it. Okay, you have to complete this thing. So cikgu akan datang dengan jawapan. So you all don't worry lah. Cikgu belum bagi ke apa ke dan sebagainya. You don't worry lagi. I putting it. I got more answers to given lah in bahasa Melayu like just now. The structure one. Tapi cikgu akan lihat. Cikgu can give all this Mana-mana cikgu nak buat like kepribadian pun ada, got few lah yang cikgu boleh bagi. Okay, ada juga dalam beberapa English punya version punya. Look into it, which is good. I will put it to you all lah. So ICJ yes, Article 41 said so. What Article 41 said so? Since undercover.
No, sir. I answer the MA punya because she's asking undercover police. So if you look to under Article 4 bracket 1, because he is police, right? So he is one of the organ of the state. So the state should liable for the responsibilities. Because Article 41 said is a state is responsible through the conduct by their organ, because the state is abstract. So how come the state can act by themselves? So it is to conduct from their organ.
Very good answer. Oh, excellent, Sri. Power. This is how you all think now, because you are all that level ready lah. You all can do lah, not an issue. Only you have to put the push now. The eating is push. That's all. Saya anda boleh buat anda semua. Not an issue lah, by looking at your work or hard work you all can do. But a bit more push lah. Try to do some questions lah. Yang pada hari ni punya yang saya bagi tu, yang tak complete tu, anda completekan lah. Hantarlah pada saya. Ini kalau tak buat question, tak tengok soalan, tak buat tengok tahunan, tak boleh. International law punya, I think Miss Amy have put us some question also. She asked us the question. The one else, she put the big one, analysis question. That all can be used, Okay, she asked us few question here. You all can go into it. I think last week she put the question. Let us look into it. You all read already the another one I put it down during the Guidic match between the national team Gryffindor. You all read the one. This is like a Harry Potter movie. Gryffindor all coming in. Slytherin. This is a very popular question. She like to put this question every time. I've seen this question so many times repeated. Yang ni kan, yang macam Gryffindor ni kan, dia Harry Potter punya tu. Ni dia macam, I put it back to you all. Dia macam selalu ada soalan-soalan macam tu. Trend dia tak berubah. This one. The Karakotai. Still remember the Karakotai? Oh my God, Karakotai. Mandalorian National Liberation Movement lead successful rebellion against the ruling of foreign occupier. Passed to advise the government of country which contemplating recognition. This is the recognition lah, de jure de facto lah. That's the term of it lah. Okay, this one you all can do lah, not an issue lah. Article 38(1) of Statute of International Court, justice usually accepted constituting a list of sources. Law, some writers have criticized its ground that it does not list all the sources in international law, or it includes things which are not genuine sources. So another one lah on the issue of sources lah. How could they say it, right? It's only an opinion, because sources also, it's satu yang boleh mengikat tidak adalah berdasarkan kepada how the sources become the real law. So international law is what? Positive moral law, isn't it? It's not governed by everyone. It's just like a guideline. You accept me, I accept it. True or not?
Based on consent.
So the consent with all that, how to put a liability over. So you have the idea to say whether it's really a genuine sources to apply to every country, like what happening to the country which is not abide with the ICC regulation. ICC's what? ICC's order. ICC order say is a criminal, war criminal. Do the war criminal surrendered by himself now to the court? No. Is it he been caught by some big Interpol, like very great police enforcement by the world court? Nothing. So all that shows what? All that shows that loopholes, moral positive only. It is not a guided, it is not very strict, it is not so to say that it is law at this point lah. Pasal apa? Dia kena ada consent daripada negara tersebut. They have to sign treaty. So domestically, we want to put him out from the said country and arrest him. It is something cannot be done. He even go to US and talking in the Congress of US. That level they are honoring such war criminals, which already declared by the ICC. So you have to put the statement there. ICC declared, not we. We not say is as a court to us, our words there. What recognition or to be firm on the evidence, on the other resources dan sebagainya, siapa yang kata? Ialah ICC. Itu badan apa? Badan yang ada regulatory ataupun badan yang ada consist of 15 judges dalam ICC. So macam mana diorang boleh ada ramai judges? So that's the fact we have to put here. Attributable state responsibilities. This Article 36 compensation. We have denied the world peace. Accords to what? UN Charter 1 says what? World peace is important. All that gone. So these type of state responsibility question will be something like mandatory questions. They will be asked in our bagi saya kalau saya the state examiner, saya akan rasa lah ini adalah soalan yang paling penting lah, state responsibility. Tanpa state responsibility, nothing to say lah about the international law. Semua ini kita kena adaptasikan. Okay, ni cikgu akan buat sedikit kerja sebelum cikgu jumpa balik anda. I thought I just did this 1 hour on this question, but I will come back and I will most probably will meet you again untuk satu kelas ataupun dan sebagainya before the exam itself. So for today, I will make 2 questions. Kindly do these 2 questions. The people who writing answers, thank you so much. I'm reading all the answers. Intact, excellent, very fine. Language-wise, law-wise, application-wise, to that set of excellent. Betul, ada pelajar yang mereka hantar. Kerja mereka saya rasa berjam-jam. Excellent. Itu semua adalah kita punya, you know what I'm saying, that they all excellent. I will put another link for just 5-10 minutes so that we come back. Okay, wait nak end sekarang. Soalan saja, cikgu akan masukkan sini, anda just baca, lihat kepada soalan tersebut. Yang cikgu nak kita lihat ialah, okay, what I'm trying to say is, I want you all do this utopia. I want you all try to do this utopia, and I want you all go to this one. What the Findor? This one, the Harry Potter. This one always come out. I don't know why they always like this kind of question, but cikgu nampak. So yang ni ada isu berkaitan dengan embassy dan sebagainya, sama saja. Dia dua pun sama saja. Anda boleh pilih nak buat utopia ataupun pergi kepada Gryffindor itu, Slytherin itu. Yang isu berkaitan diorang ada, isu mereka argue sampai ada destroy the unguarded embassy of Slytherin and seized Ambassador Snape. So ada 2 perkara penting, satu ialah masih lagi perkara sama. Embassy masih lagi something to do with the diplomat. Sama. Ada tak ada isu berkaitan dengan government itu juga membuat sesuatu sampai menyebabkan state responsibility? Sama. Gryffindor troops dispersed the mob and rescued Snape, but Gryffindor government announced that it will not release Snape until the Slytherin government apologized for the behavior. Tengok dekat sana. Gryffindor punya government, dia buat apa? Dia mob tu dia berjaya apa? Mob troops itu dia berjaya rescued. Tapi dia tak nak releasekan siapa? Dia tak nak releasekan Snape. Is it that also can be considered as a state responsibility? The answer will be yes. Itu pun boleh jadi state responsibility. The Slytherin government refused to comply with the demand. Instead, it requested compensation be paid for the damage of embassy and apology from the conduct of Gryffindor. Ini the mob one lah. rioters yang mana issue certain counters demand were refused. The day after the refusal, certain government passed a decree to nationalize. Ini yang selalunya ada keluar. Ini tolong check whether they can do the nationalize. Isu di mana Russia buat tu. Nationalize. Ini adalah sesuatu yang dibuat oleh Russia apabila US, McDonald dan sebagainya kan yang ada di Russia kan, mereka sudah buat apa? Mereka dah tukarkan kepada konsep Russia. Nama-nama Russia take over all the shares from the Russia government have done and all that. So itu ialah berkaitan dengan nationalize. Case mana? Barcelona traction. Barcelona traction case. Betul tak? Cuba cek yang itu Barcelona traction case. Dia ada juga beberapa case Barcelona traction ada juga ada beberapa case berkaitan dengan nationalization ini ataupun membuatkan government itu sendiri telah pun pass satu decree untuk mereka mengambil sebuah syarikat. Mereka boleh buat ke tidak ataupun itu adalah merupakan pelanggaran kepada kepada property ataupun kepada corporation di bawah negara-negara lain. Adakah boleh buat tuntutan untuk pampasan? So yang tu pun perlu dilihat. So ada dua soalan, utopia ataupun anda kena buat Gryffindor this question. If you all can do that, then it will be very great lah. Bagi saya lah. Okay, because anda kena ada berapa soalan anda kena buat. Artikel 38, lepas tu jurisdiction, lepas anda kena buat apa? Territory, lepas tu anda kena buat apa lagi? Montevideo, anda kena buat berkaitan dengan transform ataupun incorporation berkaitan dengan undang-undang antarabangsa dalam bidang kuasa municipal. Then anda kena buat state responsibility. If you all do this, then with the grading that you have on that much possible, we can just clear. Tak perlu nak datang nak lihat balik PIL ni. Okay. Try to do this Gryffindor, this question and come back. Cikgu rasa itu sahaja. Any question like to ask? Cikgu akan jumpa balik. I will not finish it. Cikgu akan jumpa balik. Any question? Tak ada?
No, sir. No.
Oh, then okay then. Then we will meet another class yang saya akan buat. Mesti. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Mr. G. Thank you.
Thank you.